Now, if you've been living under a rock, you probably have missed. We have NATT swapped this 300ZX. We just installed the boost controller on it, and really we're down to the final bits of getting this car ready for the owner to come pick up. That means we get to go on a little test drive today, put some ethanol in it, and also go grab us like our morning coffee, because why not? We got to put some miles on this thing. So basically this is an NA bottom end. We ended up swapping the heads out for some turbo heads, mainly because ours were pretty trashed. And basically just gave it all twin turbo parts on the NA. It's literally that easy. As long as everything goes all right, we'll be able to get this thing finally buttoned down and finalized. But my goal is to drive it like 150 miles at least in one sitting. The owner actually has to drive back like all the way to Arkansas from Indiana. So we need to make sure this thing is as good as it's gonna get before he makes that trek. We did have a mysterious drip coming from our turbo over here on the driver's side. Still never fully figured out what it was, but we're just hoping that it's some residual from assembly when I backfilled the center housings to pre-lube them. We did just set the TPS to 0.44 volts. It was a little bit off, mainly because we took it off and it's been getting kicked around the shop. You always do that after a build. Make sure your TPS is synced. So basically that means this thing's gonna have a wonky idle or misset idle at the beginning until we can relearn the hard idle switch. We also did add like a full another quart to it yesterday, because I was checking after we put 4 in it from a fresh build, it was like a quarter down. So not a quarter, yeah, a quart, not a quarter. So we had like the full length of the dipstick to add and top up that oil. So to relearn this, we're just gonna unplug this, let the idle chill out, settle down, then we'll plug it back in. Now we're probably gonna have to do this again once the car fully warms up, because as you can tell, it's on a cold start. We're also just giving it a little generic vacuum leak test, spraying some brake cleaner around some gaps, or not gaps, but where there could be gaps, just to see if the idle raises at all. So far, so good. Boost controller in, but we don't actually have it like mounted or plumbed or anything. Well, it's plumbed, but it's just not mounted. So we're just going to keep this kind of down here to keep an eye on it. We're not really setting boost right now, but we will be after we go get some gas and get this topped up on ethanol. So let's get it. This thing revs so fast. It's amazing. Swamp at the end of the drive. Have not been able to get away from it these past couple days, so sorry, Matt. I know your car was so clean underneath, but might not be now. Sebring catback exhaust on it. how much fuel it's gonna take in this little 10-mile trip. What do you guys think? Drop it in the comments below. Let's get under the car. There is a wet spot over there, but I think that was from someone's AC drain. Over here, there's a wet spot, not in the right spot, and I've definitely not seen anything actively drip. So far, so good. And the verdict says, hey, we officially now have a full tank V85. Just collect that for my notes. Need to do a little cleaning up to our gauge spade temp sensor because it appears it's not reading correctly. I mean, it's still reading, it's just not centered, and it drives me crazy. I think it's time for some coffee now. Just kidding, we're on that Celsius, no more coffee. Matt, your Z sounds so good. Honestly, your Z has made me completely jealous that I've got how many of them, and your build has came out 10 times better than any of my personal ones. I guess that only stinks for me. For you, not so much. Some traffic and bumped it up to 13 psi on maximum. We definitely got to sort that boost leak out. You can probably hear it on the camera, it's just whistling. Solid 150 miles on it today. It's been driving like a champ. We finally managed to get home, and it's time to call it a night. I guess we can go ahead, pop the hood. Let's go ahead and check and make sure everything is still nice and dry and that we have not sprung any leaks. Looks just how I left it. So as I was coming home from my house, I went and stopped by at the shop to catch up with a couple messages, make a TikTok or a short. And well, I kind of got behind some super slow drivers on the way home. And even though we've got that boost leak and that weird honk, this exhaust on this car is so quiet. I am obsessed. I've always been a super loud exhaust kind of guy where, you know, you kind of hear me coming or you just hear the car more in general. Dude, this Sebring exhaust, perfectly quiet. When you get on it, it's got the right tone, it's got the right rumble. I might have to try to find me one for one of my Z's. So as we let it cool down tonight and we come back tomorrow to try to drive it some more, because the whole goal of this video is to drive this car, so I want to try to get some B-roll and a couple other cool shots tomorrow, but we'll see. I've got stuff to do. I just realized I gotta go check out my brother's new apartment, so we'll see if I can actually get that all ready to be posted tomorrow. Let's let it chill for the night, check our turbo for any drips, and we'll catch you guys first thing in the morning. Well, it's the next morning. We got out here bright and early, and actually my cousin just started a new job over in my hometown. So we're gonna go over there and we're gonna say hey and grab us some coffee. Z's already ready. Vacuum on. That door, when it's any sort of windy outside, it slams shut. Drives me absolutely insane, especially when I'm just trying to get some airflow. So far, we did a mini inspection on the Z. Oil level is fine. Coolant is fine. If we go down here on the bottom side, there is currently no wet spot from that spot on the turbo that we were actually suspecting of leaking. So that is big news. Let's fire her up. I have to say that's a pretty stinking solid cold start there, especially on the 85. So far the only downsides, I've been having to put this in the car because we don't have turbo like radiator mounts. They actually go over top of this part. They're spaced out a little more. thinking about just making some brackets that just overlap here on top of this and keep the radiator from moving. Well, we got to bring the Z down here to greet the other Z's. Gotta take a picture of a couple parts and check availability on some stuff. With us having like almost 160 on the clock already, we're gonna go ahead and fill it up with E. We're gonna get a rough idea of about our gas mileage and also how much our gas gauge actually reads accurately, because it's kind of what Z's are notoriously known for, is that cinder, not the cinder, but the level gets stuck and you may not ever know how much gas you got. Fortunately, our E85 is $2.97 over here. Should be like $2, but of course not. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited to see what kind of gas mileage that we get on brand new head, like top of the line compression NATT setup. Pretty loyal to this E station. I just wish the prices were a little bit cheaper. Impressed. We'll just top it up to 25, because why not? Yes, we want a receipt. Of course it's out. Just my luck. Gotta love them 95-degree days in nice, humid Indiana. So we'll get our receipt, and we're actually gonna go sell some brake calipers. So let's run back to the part shop. Off on another adventure we go. Also, I found out why this car sounds so good. It has catalytic converters, so it takes all the rasp and any of that out. Granted, you don't really have that with turbos, but that's why it sounds the way it does. It took me 160 miles to figure that out. It's crazy. These were all like equal at one point in time, and now this one's 100 times nicer than any of those. Sad realities. So now that we're home and we've got the car to cool down a little bit to the point that we can actually crawl underneath it while it's up on blocks, we're going to inspect that turbo to see if we have any residue or any leakage, and just give it an overall kind of look down here. I actually just ordered a smoke tester so we can do accurate boost leak tests and actually be able to visually see it. So I'm super excited for that, but that's going to be its whole own video because I know that will significantly help all VG owners. There's like 40 plus hose clamps on the induction system on a turbo chassis, so any bit helps. The turbo is dry. Nice. It does look kind of cool how it's all like copper looking because it's gotten so hot. Maybe a minuscule leak here, but it does appear we have something leaking back here. I'm starting to wonder if the output shaft seal of the transmission is leaking, because why is it dripping all the way back there like it's off the test pipe or something? Nonetheless, everything else is looking pretty good. So while we wait on the smoke leak tester, we're just going to put our couple dash vents in, reinstall our radio. We've got literally just very, very, very minuscule quality of life things to kind of tune out and get situated. Matt was going to come pick the car up tomorrow. Right now, we're waiting on that smoke leak tester so we can get that sorted to where we can actually tune the boost and he can enjoy his car a little bit more safely and not have to worry about over boosting. So if you guys need to know how to check for vacuum leaks, boost leaks, doesn't matter NA or TT, it's all the same kind of thing. It's just helping you visualize or hear where the air is leaking at. Stay tuned for next video because we're going to get that sorted. Well, technically it might be 2 videos from now because we're going to be doing valve cover gaskets next. So if you need to know how to do that, stay tuned and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching as always, and until then, peace.